Yvette Rovira, and I was born and raised in a small town called Land O'Lakes, Florida. When I was really young, I used to always sing in the shower and just like around the house. And so my mom had bought me this little karaoke machine. She just brought it home one day. She took me to a show to see some girls that were my age in Tampa sing and dance. And that's when I first fell in love with singing, dancing, being on stage, performing. When I first went to Berklee College of Music in Boston, it was the first time that I'd ever met a bunch of people that were just like me. I was used to going to school with people who didn't really know what music was. I really got into this art scene and started to really come into my own as a performer and deciding what I wanted to do in music. All we did was wake up in the morning, go to school all day, and like our classes had to do with just playing the piano and writing music and singing and just being creative all day long, and it's a really special experience to have. I started taking songwriting classes, and that's when I decided that I wanted to do my major based around songwriting and business. And so that's when I got into a class and I started writing with a friend of mine who was a really great songwriter, and we won one of the songwriting competitions, which was definitely a great boost for me, to see that this is something that I could do. New York has always signified a mecca for arts for me, so it's always somewhere that I wanted to live. When I first got to New York, I started auditioning for everything I possibly could, backup singing, what have you. So that was the first thing I did, actually, was a lot of backup singing. I backup sang for a freestyle artist named Shannon, which a lot of people know. My first album was really a learning experience for me. It was the first time that I was really going out on my own and doing my solo stuff, and it was the first time that I was really in the studio, hardcore, and it was the first time that I started my MySpace page and my website and stuff like that. So it was the first, experience of being an artist and selling CDs and promotion and just learning all the ropes of everything and kind of meeting the people that would lead me to where I am now.
If you wanna be with me, you should try. What I need is security in my life.
I went to China shortly after I finished my album, and with a band. It was basically cover music that we were doing 6 nights a week for 3 hours, and it was an amazing experience, both culturally and just being able to play every day like that. So shortly after I got back from China, we were looking for producers, and I found this producer named Rob Mounsey, and he's worked with incredible people from Shaka Khan to Paul Simon to Art Garfunkel to Rihanna he's done string arrangements for, and Usher and Mary J. Blige. And it was the first time I had the experience of taking my music and really working with someone who's been around and really has a lot of knowledge. My goal going into writing in general, and especially with this album, was to bring my influences in music, and for that, to me, that's been Stevie Wonder, it's been Aretha Franklin, it's been Motown. I chose to put an Aretha Franklin cover in there because she's somebody who's influenced me a lot through the years, and I just think she's amazing, powerhouse, and I was actually surprised to find out that this one song that I love of hers on her first album that she wrote when she was 25, is this song, Don't Let Me Lose This Dream.
Don't let me lose this dream. Baby, baby, hold on. Don't let me lose my dream. Baby, baby, be strong.
And so at the same time that I was recording my album, my hip-hop band, it's kind of an eclectic hip-hop band, it's not really fair to call it hip-hop because it's not straight hip-hop, and it's funk, it's R&B, it's pop, it's a lot of elements that go into the music that we make. It feels like for the first time we're seeing these groups who are able to be a group but then also do their solo things and support each other in their solo things. You've seen it with Outkast, we've seen it with the Black Eyed Peas now, and that's what I hope to have with my band. My favorite artists and the people that really inspire me are the ones that really write from the heart and have a good message, some wisdom to what they're doing.
Mahatma Gandhi would have a lot to say about the greed that's running rampant in our institutions today. And Dr. King would be rolling in his grave if he could hear about the haters trying to ruin the progress he made. But we can't just sit back and complain. We gotta fight for what we know is right and make a difference in
think about when I'm writing music or when I'm making an album, I always try to come from a spiritual place, because I believe that we are all spiritual beings. That's what our purpose here is. To me, like, India.Arie was somebody who really inspired me to gain some wisdom in my life and to make sure that I put it in my songs, to have a responsibility to my craft.
One day you'll be gone, my friend. One day I will meet my end. With this in mind, we can't pretend that petty things we won't resent. So I don't want to waste more time on negativity and lies. I want to cherish my whole life. I want to just enjoy the ride. So give me just a little bit of time before you go away. Give me just a little bit of time before you go.
So I think what you'll find in my music is a combination of my spirituality and also my humanity, and that's where my honesty is.